my darlings, welcome to a new vlog. We are back in France. I have been home since the last time I vlogged from France. If you watched to the end of the last vlog, you'll have actually come along on the journey with us. Charlie and I drove, I think it was about 9 hours in the car in total yesterday, from home through the 𝑭𝒆𝒂𝒕𝒖𝒓𝒆 Shuttle, and we have arrived now. We are in the north of France, we're in Normandy, and the nearest town, if you want to look on a map, it's called On The Terrace. We're here at the most incredible house. I'm going to show you around in a second. It is so stunning. We're here to celebrate our lovely friends Caris and Dan. It's their wedding anniversary and they have put on what they're calling a buddy moon. So many friends. I think there's 30 of us here, which is incredible. I think the whole property with the stables and the pool house and the garden cottages sleeps around 35. It's absolutely amazing. We arrived yesterday. Most of the others actually arrived a couple of days before that, so we're kind of joining halfway through, but it is just the most incredible place, the loveliest group of people, and it's just gorgeous to be here in the sunshine. So I'm excited to share with you what we're getting up to, show you around this beautiful area. Today we've started off with a really lovely yoga class. One of the girls is a yoga instructor, so as you'll have just seen, we had the most amazing hour-long yoga in what they call the Italian gardens in the sunshine. It was the perfect stretch after a long day in the car yesterday, and then we've all just been sitting in the sun, having coffee, having breakfast. It's just utterly bliss. Now the plan is this afternoon there's going to be a little pool party. I haven't even explored and found the pool yet, so I'm going to go and do that in a second. But everyone's kind of just doing what they want to do for a couple of hours now. I can see some of the guys are having a walk around the property, and a few of us were planning on going into town because I think it might be market day, but it might have finished by the time we get there. But it's a really beautiful town, On The Terrace, and I thought we could go and explore. But first of all, let me show you this amazing property. Okay, so this is the building that Charlie and I are staying in. I think it's kind of the gardener's cottage, and this little area between the hydrangeas is our room. There's another room up there. You can see there's another cottage over there, double-decker. Look at the amazing old structure of this building. If we were in England, I'd say that was Tudor, but I don't know French building ages as well as I do British, but it's such a sweet building. And then if I turn you around, wow, 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 this is the main house. Isn't it just spectacular? I'm gonna have to have a look in some of these rooms a little bit later. I can see chandeliers up there. I haven't even explored properly. This is the main kind of level. The kitchen and a beautiful dining room are down there. We were just sitting here having our coffees. It's such an exceptional building, and I think there's 3 or 4 bedrooms up at the top too. This gorgeous ornate garden here with the roses growing amongst the box hedge. I cannot wait to explore properly. It's so stunning. This lovely fountain. We had drinks out here last night before dinner. This building here is actually a little church, a little mini church. We'll go for a garden walk later, maybe a golden hour garden walk. And this is the pool house, which I think is where we might find Charlie. So the pool house is this thatched building, and it's got something growing out of the roof. That is not something I've seen before. If anyone knows what this is, please let me know. It kind of looks like the greenery from tulips. That would look hilarious, but I can't imagine anyone's planted tulip bulbs up there. Okay, I just realised I got so carried away talking to everyone that I forgot to show you the pool. But to continue the tour, here is the Italian garden where we did our yoga this morning. And look at this little seating area surrounded by lavender that's completely buzzing with life. Isn't this gorgeous? Okay, I've just balanced you up there to give you a very quick outfit of the day. I almost blend in with the lavender. So this is a really lovely, it's one of those kind of easy to throw on summer dresses that's just that material that doesn't actually get creased in your suitcase. So perfect for summer holidays. I love a little bow detail around the waist. Sunglasses are 𝑭𝒆𝒂𝒕𝒖𝒓𝒆, and I planned my footwear for this trip very, very carefully because I knew we were going to be doing a lot of walking, a lot of exploring, but I wanted to look very chic at the same time as well. So these are from 𝑭𝒊𝒅. They are called the 𝑑𝒐𝑒, which I think sounds quite French, which is perfect for this trip. The 𝑑𝒐𝒒 sandal. They've got this kind of knitted, a little bit elasticated strap. It's called an adaptable strap. It does have a buckle here, but because it's got that little bit of stretch to it, I actually don't need to undo it and redo it up every time I put it on. But what I love about it the most is this little gold toe ring. It just really elevates it. It keeps the foot in place when you're wearing them, and it almost feels like a little bit of jewelry on your footwear. So they're really elegant, very practical as well. I always find 𝑭𝒊𝒅 shoes so comfortable that even if I haven't had time to properly kind of wear them in before a trip, I just have every confidence that they're going to be so comfy right from day one. And these are actually made from recycled plastic bottles. 𝑭𝒊𝒅 are very good at their sustainable technology with what they make their products from, so I'm really, really impressed with their green points. And the materials that they use, they're very often antimicrobial and breathable as well, so perfect in hot countries. I'll try and show you how they look. What do we think? Can we see? I just think they are so pretty, and I cannot even tell you how comfortable they are. I'll try and get a better shot a little bit later. This one's even more beautiful down here with this hedge of pink hydrangeas. Oh my goodness, it's just absolutely stunning. And yeah, this is the building I was pointing to earlier. That's a tiny, tiny little church. And again, just the most amazing view of the house. Inside. Look at this lovely paneling. Definitely need to do some research, find out how old this house is. This paneling is absolutely beautiful. It's a very long, thin house, so this is like the whole width of the house, one side to the next. They were very much designed to give the illusion of a huge, grand house, and it is a huge, grand house, but yeah, they're very narrow, skinny little houses, like a French fry. And you just walk through and it's room after room. Beautiful French paneling. This one's more of a library with a lovely ornate ceiling. And everywhere you look, just the most incredible views. Look at this terrace. Wow. So I think I've just caught the tail end of the market. Everyone's starting to pack away, but I might still be able to get some veggies if I dash around quickly. I just want to show you all the different kinds of building. You can see some really old structures like this one, and then this is almost a little bit more kind of Regency style. It's so beautiful. I feel like I've come into Beauty and the Beast. Here we go, tucked away down at the very busy side streets. We've got a little French antique shop. It looks like antique sand wine. Perfect. A rhubarb wine. That sounds delightful. Look how beautiful and quaint it is. Gorgeous. So lovely. All around the edge of the port there's tables, everyone's enjoying fish and chips, oysters or crabs, traditional French seaside cuisine, and this is part of the harbour, or the port I should say. I'm going to do a little bit more exploring, but I might drop my farmers market bits off in the car. Look how sweet this is. They've got all of these fishing nets hanging up in the street. If these modern cars weren't here, you'd think this was something out of like the 1600s. These buildings are incredible, look! And each of them is such a different style as well. I can't quite put my finger on when any of these would have been built, but look how stunning they are. I feel like Walt Disney probably came to Normandy, or maybe that's where he was from actually. It feels very Disney-esque. So this street has got these metal archways with roses growing over them. It says Artiste Artisan Commerce. I think it's the small business road. I feel like this is such a hidden gem. I would never have really thought about a trip to Normandy, but this is absolutely magical. So, so sweet. Now this is a proper little French convenience store. Everything is so cute. Look at these little confit onion confit, some local salt. Gosh, I bet that's actually amazing. I'm gonna grab some of that. Okay, back at the house, and we've just been busy scurrying away in the kitchen doing some bruschetta and pesto-y, tomatoey, cheesy pasta. The kitchen here has mediocre supplies, so we're just kind of trying our best with what is there. And I think we're gonna all eat on this lovely table with the most beautiful view. We've just finished lunch and it's been decided we're going to have dinner down here later. So the boys are bringing the table and chairs from the pool house. Okay, we just had the most gorgeous lunch out in the sunshine, complete with pistachio flavoured magnums, which was fantastic. Just come back to the room to grab a quick coffee, and I think Karis and I are going to lay the table ready for dinner tonight and then go and relax down by the pool. So I have popped on my favourite little Chloe swimming cozy from last year with the bow tie details on the shoulders, which is one of my favourites. And then I've got just these really easy breezy little linen shorts on, and these are from Holland Cooper. Now I have gone full matchy with my accessories. Let me show you. Had to tie my hair up for lunch because it was just getting so hot out there. We were not expecting it to be this hot actually. So I have got this perfect little hat, which is great for when it's going to be super toasty. This is like the hottest part of the day now, so I think a hat is essential, and it's got the little design on it which matches my bag. This was very helpful in the market earlier because you need something lightweight that's very roomy. This has got all of my essentials in there. It's actually made from recycled materials, and it's this kind of woven mesh detail, and it perfectly matches my adorable little 𝑭𝒆𝒂𝒕𝒖𝒓𝒆𝒅 sandals, which are just perfect for afternoons like this because it's this mesh. It's super breathable, and unlike so many flat shoes that just make your feet hurt, these have actually got a super spongy insole and lots of support, which is perfect. So very comfy for afternoons like this. I feel like 𝑭𝒊𝒅 just think of everything when it comes to making shoes super comfy, even this bit here that's got a little bit of stretch to it. So if, like me, you've got quite a high arch on your foot, it's not going to be too tight, it's not going to rub in. They're basically the perfect holiday shoes, and the fact that it all matches, I absolutely love. So this is what I'm going to wear for the next couple of hours. We're just making ourselves coffees to take down to the pool, and I forgot to mention earlier the amazing discount code that we've got, which is Josie12, and I'll leave links for all of these pieces I'm chatting about down below. Hours since I last spoke to you. We've been down by the pool relaxing, enjoying the sunshine, and then just enjoying the golden hour in the gardens. And now we have got the black tie special final dinner here at the house, and Karis and Dan have organised a lovely chef to come and do us all a beautiful meal. The boys set along, or they carried a long table out to the front lawn of the house, and I think I'm just going to help Karis put some final flowers on the table to make it as beautiful as possible. The theme for tonight is black and white. I think all the ladies are wearing white, actually, thank goodness. So I popped on this dress, which I actually got from Reese about 5 years ago, but I just love it. It's such a nice, elegant silhouette, and great if you've got a little bit of a tan. I've popped on some of my cordially moisturizing oil elixir, which has a really nice scent to it as well. I've got my nice little floral jewellery, gingerberry bracelet, and I am going to take my beautiful Miss Dior bag as a finishing touch. Charlie's looking very smart in his suit. We're going to head over and I'll show you Charlie's outfit of the day when we're on the terrace. It is Sunday morning, the morning after the night before. We had such a magical evening last night. It was the most perfect blue sky, clear evening, and we had dinner, as you saw, out on the front lawn. Everyone dressed in their finest black and white outfits. Everyone looked incredible. Karis's dress was so beautiful with the kind of feather boa attachment at the top. She looked so amazing. So did Dan. Everyone looked incredible, and everyone was just on such good form. We had Karis and Dan organised a chef and a team to create the dinner, so it really just felt like such a wonderful celebration. Most of the people here, Charlie and I actually have never met before, and everyone is just so lovely. I feel like we've made so many friends. Obviously most people here are very private people, which is why I've not shown so much of the actual kind of partying activities, but everyone was very happy to be in that little drone shot that you'll have seen a few moments ago. So today, sadly, we're leaving. It feels like it's just been the world's quickest trip. Obviously, everyone else, most other people have been here 2 more nights than us. But because we had Lizzie's wedding in the UK on the Thursday, we were only able to do half of the time here, but it's still been absolutely perfect. So today everyone's just kind of mooching about and, well, not mooching about, scurrying about, tidying the house, grabbing all their bits and bobs, because we've got to be out at 10, which is in half an hour. Charlie's busy doing some breakfast serving for everybody. We've been clearing up wine glasses and wine bottles that are here, there and everywhere, but I think we're just about there. I've also been trying to upload Sunday's YouTube video, but the Wi-Fi here is interesting. So I don't know if there will have been a video on time on Sunday. We shall see. I did try to, anyway, that's really boring. I apologize, that's very boring. So I think we're gonna go for a little walk. It's another beautiful day today. I think there might be a few sore heads, so some fresh air is definitely a good idea. I've popped in a different pair of earrings. I think these are Ligne. I think that's where these are from. And then another little Boden dress. I'll get a clip outside in a second and show you, but it's just like the perfect kind of classic holiday white linen dress. And then I'm going to wear my Dorothy sandals from 𝑭𝒊𝒂𝒕𝒖𝒓𝒆 today. These, again, I just feel like I'm telling you that they're all perfect because they all are really perfect. Again, super comfortable, nice soft sole, and apparently this sole is actually moisture wicking. So moisture wicking is something that I associate with gym clothing. So if there's any moisture, the fabric actually draws it away, so you don't ever feel uncomfortable, which is amazing. Once again, made from recycled materials, and this bit has got a little bit of stretch to it, so even if you have got quite wide feet, this is still going to be super comfortable. This is all anti-slip, so if you are going for a nice walk through a cobblestone town, you're not going to be slip sliding all over the place. And I just love this kind of knitted pattern. I think it's very elegant and elevated for lots of different outfits. So these are what I'm going to pop on today. I did sleep in heatless curls last night, but they're quite crazy. So I think I'm just gonna let them settle in. And to match the tan color on these shoes, my Strathbury bag is gonna be perfect. Now somewhere, somehow last night, I've left my 𝑭𝒔𝒐𝒻 sunglasses, and there are many, many benefits to a huge house like that, but one drawback is if you lose things, that's very tricky. So I'm gonna dash about and see if I can find my sunglasses and see if there's any more tidying up that needs to be done. This has been our little home while we've been here, by the way. It's like a kind of, I think it's the gardener's cottage. We've got a fireplace. That's a locked door. I think it goes into the main kind of living area through there, which is currently being used for storage. Bathroom in there. Our bed. It's just been amazing. Karasandan are so thoughtful. I think they have specifically put Charlie and I in here knowing that we are not party animals. I think everyone else probably stayed up like 5 hours later than us last night, and if we'd have been in the main house it probably would have been quite noisy. So they're just so thoughtful. They knew that we probably want our own little area. There's a farmhouse over there. Quite a few people have got their own kind of cottages, but yeah, it's just been amazing. I would definitely recommend renting this place if you have a big celebration. We're not too far from Le Mans either, and the beaches of Normandy, so I think it's quite a popular area for tourists and visitors. I saw quite a lot of Americans in town yesterday. So yeah, it's just a gorgeous place and I definitely want to come back. Slightly better outfit of the day mirror. Such a nice cut on the dress. Doesn't have a belt, but this bit almost looks a bit like a belt. Just before we head off, a quick explore of the upper floors. Look at this corridor, the gold curtains. Obviously everyone's just left their rooms, but thought we could take a little sneak peek. Look at this. Beautiful bright bathrooms. And the views out of these windows in the mornings. Stunning. Okay, this one's adorable. The bed looks very cozy. It's in this kind of cabin in the wall, and again just the most amazing window and view. Look at that. Okay, we're on the road, found a little boulangerie for a halfway pit stop. Gonna get a nice croissant. Wow, what is it? Like a egg and cheese muffin. That looks nice. They look good. Yum. Ooh, Charlie's happy. Wow. Charlie said he wasn't hungry, and then we've got about 8 bags of pastry. Just what the doctor ordered. on our way home. We're about an hour from Calais now. It's a lot of driving. Made a little bit longer because we took a wrong exit on a motorway and it added 30 minutes to the journey. But we're now at a place called 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅, I think it's called, 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅. And we're actually on the beaches of Normandy, which is beautiful. It was actually D-Day only last week, so timing wise, historically, is really quite amazing. And obviously D-Day was when the UK, the US, the Canadian armies all kind of invaded, Nazi-ruled France, and it was the biggest seaborne invasion and basically helped to end the war. So a very historically important moment and place, and yeah, it's actually a really beautiful spot. So we're gonna have a little walk and find somewhere for lunch. Well, it's a couple of hours later. It feels like we've been driving all day, which is a shame because it's been a really, really nice blue sky day. We're now at Calais, we're at Le Shuttle. Word of advice, if you ever use the shuttle, mostly it's actually been really smooth and really easy, but we initially did not get the Flexi Plus ticket. And if you don't, I didn't even realise it was a thing. I bought the best that I could see was available, which was Standard Plus. But if you're not on the Flexi Plus ticket and there are other people around you with a Flexi Plus ticket, they get your spot on the shuttle. It's very annoying. And because this car for some reason classifies as a large car, because it's so wide, we have even more limited spots available to us because we have to go on like the big car shuttle. So yeah, we're basically just waiting until there's space for us. It would be so easy if you did get the Flexi. It would work really, really well. Charlie's just got back from the shop with water and sweeties, and the shuttle itself is only about 30 minutes. So once we're on it, it won't be too long, and then we'll be back on British soil. Charlie's got pick and mix, the fruity Rolos, a Starbucks. Thank you. Hydration. What sweeties did you get?
Just got those. Right.
Haribo. It also sounds like we're parked up in one of those like caffeine machine places because it's been Le Mans this weekend. So we've got a Ferrari opposite us, we've got motorbikes all around us. It's like a petrol head meetup spot because everyone's heading home from Le Mans. Darlings, it's the next day, it's Monday morning, we are back home. We got back not too late, it was about 8 o'clock last night, and the shuttle on the way home was so much better than the shuttle on the way out, and I think it's because we got the Flexi ticket. We had to pay, it was a lot of money, we had to pay 90 euros extra to change our ticket, but it meant that we didn't have to wait at all, like not even 10 minutes, well, 10 minutes waiting to get onto the actual shuttle itself, but there was no kind of waiting for your train because with that ticket you just get whatever train is next. So it was so much smoother. The whole thing from arriving at the shuttle in Calais to getting off the other side in the UK was probably under an hour, whereas it was probably 4 hours on the way out because we had to keep waiting for different shuttles in the UK. So my top advice is to get the Flexi ticket if you ever do the shuttle, and based on that last experience I would definitely do it again. And it's made me think I want to go on a holiday to France with the dogs, or even like drive to Italy or something and do a mega road trip with the puppy dogs, because I think I've got this right. Dog passports no longer exist. You basically just have to go to the vets, I think it's like 10 days before you travel, make sure they're fully vaccinated, take certain medicines, but then you do also have to go to a vet's in France before you bring them back to the UK to get them checked over again, but it feels like it's quite easy. Let me just get my coffee. So we just had the loveliest couple of days. I feel like organising something like that that's abroad, and they organised it like a year and a half ago, or maybe a year ago, it's just such a nice way of getting so many friends together. I think because it's abroad, people can't like pull out last minute if there's a change of plans. Like, people have had entire babies in the time since the invitation went out and actually going, but everyone still showed up, and it was a really, really lovely celebration, so I just had the best time. Home again now. I've been trying to catch up on Love Island as much as possible. I've got it going on my phone now. But I have got some PR that I would like to unbox. This is always the fun thing about coming home after a few days away. I thought I'd unbox some of this with you just to finish the vlog, and then I'm going to start a new vlog straight away and squeeze in one more Cotswold vlog before the next travel adventure. So this first delivery, and excuse my appearance by the way, I'm about to get in the gym and this is my procrastination. So this is a gift from a company called Loftie, L-O-F-T-I-E, and it's a really, really good idea. Basically, it's an alarm clock, but not one that necessarily makes noise. I think it can make noise if you want to, but yeah, obviously it can, that's the speaker. But I think the whole point is that it glows. I think their whole thing is that they want to encourage people to get out of the habit of being on their phone before bed and having their phone as their alarm clock, because often our phone alarm can be very aggressive, like the sound. If you are woken up with a bit of a shock, that's not the best start to your day, and you just kind of start the day on this stress level. And that's going to continue throughout the rest of the day. So this has got some far more calming sounds, but I think it also starts to glow, and then your body wakes up in the natural lightest sleep cycle, which is a really, really good idea. Charlie and I actually, I think I'm going to give this to my brother because he still uses his phone, because actually what Charlie and I do in our house is we have got Philips Hue light bulbs, and these light bulbs, you can control the timing of them in an app on your phone, and basically we set ours to start glowing between 5:30 and 6 o'clock in the morning, or normally between 6 and 6:30 actually, and they glow in a way that mimics sunrise. So your body naturally, you wake up very gradually without a harsh sound, just from light, and you don't need to have any kind of device in your room. It's just literally the light bulbs. So that's the way that we do it, and also because it looks a bit weird having any kind of technology, like any big alarm clock, in our bedroom. But I have to say, this is very sleek, very chic, and I think my brother will absolutely love this. It's got a USB-C, it's kind of app focused as well, so it's very, very user-friendly. So that's a great little invention. Thank you, Loftie. And then, I do miss my morning coffee when I'm anywhere other than home. This is really exciting. I was meant to go to a lovely launch event for this, but because of our burglary and my passport getting stolen, I don't think I explained this when I told you everything, but when they stole the safes from our house, they stole, obviously our passports were in the safe, which meant that we had to get new passports, which meant the entire France trip that you guys will have seen, the Aix-en-Provence, Saint-Tropez, Paris, it was actually meant to be, it was meant to start 2 days before, so we had to like bump all the dates around because of waiting for a new passport, because when you get a passport stolen, it's a 1 week wait to get a new one. Normally passport replacement, if you have your old one, you go in and you can actually get a same day turnaround for some reason, but you can't do that if you don't have an old passport to hand in. So we had to wait a week for my replacement passport, and even getting that new passport was so stressful. It was during the Chelsea Flower Show, the day that I hosted the girls for the Love and Roses event, we had booked in a passport appointment up in Peterborough because all the London places were full. So I was planning on leaving the flower show a little bit earlier than I would have wanted to, getting the train up to Peterborough, getting a passport appointment at 4:10, and then getting a taxi 2.5 hours from Peterborough back home. So I left the flower show a little bit early. I was quite stressed because I was clock watching, and obviously I was hosting all of my friends, so I had mega FOMO leaving them, but everyone obviously understood why. Got to King's Cross to find that all the trains were cancelled, and timing wise I knew that if I didn't go to a passport appointment that day was exactly a week until we were meant to go to France, so that was like the deadline for getting my passport within a week. So I couldn't get from London to Peterborough in time because the train is less than an hour, but driving was 3 hours, and by the time I would have got to Peterborough, the passport office would have been shut. So then I had to get home, and I thought, you know what, I'm gonna have to just drive to Peterborough in the morning. Sorry if this is very boring, I'm just, it was so stressful at the time. So if you could sense stress in the Chelsea Flower Show vlogs, that's because I was kind of dealing with all of this behind the scenes. But yeah, then the next morning I had to get a local taxi company to drive me 2.5 hours to Peterborough to rebook an appointment. But there was another stress in between because obviously I was going to miss the first appointment because of the train strikes. And then when you cancel an appointment, you can't book another one for 48 hours. So I had to call them and beg and beg and beg that they would cancel it immediately and not within 48 hours so that I could book another one. Oh my God, it was so stressful. Why am I even telling you all of this? Obviously, eventually my passport did arrive, luckily in less than a week, so I could still go to France. But because of all the dates getting messed up, wow, that was a long story, it meant that I missed the launch event for this, which I was really gutted about. And it's Jo Malone have launched a vegetable collection, which is so cute. And I just love that it feels like everything that I'm obsessed with is very trendy this year. Gardening, vegetables, kitchen gardens, all stuff that like 4 years ago people would have rolled their eyes at and not given a hoot about, that I've always been obsessed with, is now very trendy. So I love it. I love it so, so much. This box is just absolutely fabulous. It reminds me of Bertioli by Time, so Karen's, Karen from Time's watercolours that she does on her menus. So we've got carrots on the box. It's just such a, it's actually, like, I wonder if they would sell the print or put it on like notebooks or put it on wallpaper. I would buy it. I would buy it. So let's see. Do you know what? I actually think a candle that smells like a carrot, because if you snap a fresh carrot, that is such a nice smell. I would love that. I don't think this is going to be it. Oh my God, it is. Ah! Ooh. Oh my gosh. Carrot Blossom Cologne. Does that smell like carrot? I don't know that that smells like carrot. Am I getting any carrot notes? I mean, it smells amazing. I love that smell. It's very fresh. It's a bit kind of, in a nice way, a bit soapy. Maybe when I wash my carrots. I don't know that I'm getting carrot blossom. Well, we could actually go down to the garden and smell the carrot blossom, because my carrots that I left in the ground over winter are now blossoming, which means I need to pull them up. Maybe that is what their blossom smells like. I feel like with these kind of scents, you have to leave them on the skin for a little while. Not getting notes of carrot just yet, but we'll see. And I'll go and smell my carrot blossom in a minute and we can see. Velvety butternut. Ooh, that's interesting. I love the size of these bottles, by the way. That is such a sweet little dinky size. Really good for travel. Really good for popping in your handbag. Velvety butternut. Ooh, that's nice. Oh my gosh. Nostalgia alert. Okay, this smells like, not a butternut in my opinion, this smells like Ralph Lauren Hot. This is the perfume that I used to wear as a 16, 17, 18-year-old. It was in a purple bottle by Ralph Lauren, and in bright green it was called Hot, Ralph Lauren Hot. That is exactly what this smells like. That is so nostalgic to me. Oh my gosh, that literally takes me straight back to my sixth form days. I really like it. I'm not getting butternut or carrot, but I love the idea behind it. Like, no one's gonna say, "Ooh, you smell like a butternut squash," but I don't think that's the point. That is really, really nice. Really, really nice. And then we also have a tomato leaf hand wash. Look at this. So obviously a lot of brands do tomato. I think 𝑭𝒆𝒏𝒅 was probably the first to do the vine tomato candle. I think the kitchen garden candle that 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅 did, I think that was tomato. And is it, oh, I think we burnt it already. The Flamingo Estate one do a tomato as well. So I'll be intrigued to smell this and compare, but I have to say, if you've not experienced, maybe, oh, that is nice. That actually does smell quite tomato leafy. Or I would say, yeah, it does smell like tomato leaf. All of these things, I don't have any butternuts growing yet, but I could go to the greenhouse and smell my tomato leaves and smell my carrot flower and tell you if they're similar or not. But that does smell like when you pluck the lower leaves off a tomato plant, which you have to do if they touch the soil, and if they're below where the first fruiting stem is, you should remove the lower leaves. So when you do that, your hands smell like this for like until you wash them, which is such a nice smell. It's one of my favourite smells in the garden after sweet peas. Yeah, so that is really, really lovely. What am I going to do? Oh, there's more. Oh my god, there's more. Scarlet beetroot. Ooh. See, I actually don't like the smell of beetroot, but that is a nice little bottle. Look at that. I love how dinky these are. I feel like Jo Malone, they've done this collection not to have a collection that smells like vegetables, but just to embrace the joy of a kitchen garden. I've run out of extremities to spray this on. I'm going to spray on my dressing gown. Ooh. Ooh. Oh my gosh. Okay, that's my favourite. I don't like the smell of beetroot. Doesn't smell like beetroot. That is very nice. That is like, how do I describe that? That's a bit more oody, a bit more, I don't know how to describe that. It's very rich, opulent, a bit smoky almost. I'm not sure what the notes are. I should have gone to the event and then I would know. But, oh my god, they're really nice. Love that. Okay, that is everything. Oh, it smells good in here now. What can I do with this? I feel like I should like keep seeds in it or something because it's so kitchen gardeny. That is utterly gorgeous. Thank you, Jo Malone. And I'm sure you won't find me being rude by saying it doesn't smell like butternut, carrot or beetroot, because that would be a bit weird maybe. The tomato one does smell like tomato, but yeah, inspired by, and I'm sure there are like chemical, no, I'm not, I'm not smelling of vegetables, but they smell lovely, and I think if you know someone that is a vegetable lover, it's a really, really fun idea. I don't know who this is from, this next package. Ooh, 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅. Ooh, competition here. Exfoliating hand wash, hand and body balm, and melting hand and body cream. With the Eau de Campagne scent. Ooh, oh my gosh. This is not tomato, is it? Wow, this sounds good. Enriched with fine volcanic lava particles, a foaming gel cleanses and softly exfoliates hands to facilitate the removal of impurities. Skin is soft and supple with a lasting green woody scent. Ooh, this is the battle of the luxury hand care brands. That is a bougie bottle. Is it green or black? I think it's dark green. One thing that is fantastic after a day in the garden is an exfoliating hand wash, so I cannot wait to give that a try. That sounds utterly gorgeous. And then a melting hand cream. Oh, ooh, that does smell nice. That smells really fresh. Yeah, that's exactly how I want my skin to smell after an afternoon in the garden. That does feel like fresh kind of cuttings of something. That's lovely. Oh my goodness me. My scent and hand wash routine just got mega elevated. 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅 products are a very premium price point, but they really get their formulations so good. Again, as a super luxurious gift, maybe a housewarming gift or a Mother's Day gift, or well, I know that Mother's Day's gone in the US as well now. Oh, that's lovely. That smells super clean. Yeah, really, really beautiful products. Thank you, 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅. And then this one, this final package, which is very heavy. Oh, this is from Bamford. From 𝑭𝒆𝒏𝒅. It's probably another tomato candle. Let's see. Okay. We've got a box. Dear Josie, we're delighted to enclose the citrus candle from the Bamford's new garden candle collection. 5 new scents, each inspired by a corner of Carol Bamford's walled garden. We hope you love. Oh my goodness me. See what I mean about it just being so trendy. Aw. Oh, how cute. I've got a box here full of citrus. I think I've got a couple of grapefruits. This is amazing. I'm gonna have to make a juice later. 3 grapefruits, I'm gonna put them straight in the fruit bowl. And 4 lemons. I'm sure they are organic lemons straight from the farm shop. So I could do a lemon drizzle later, or I could do, what else can I make with lemons? My mind has gone blank. Basically, squeeze them on everything. Gorgeous, and this is all to celebrate their citrus candle. Citrus is a really lovely scent, isn't it? Let's see what they're, ooh. Ooh. I think they must have been lighting this in the gym, in the reception area of 𝑭𝒂𝒂𝒕𝒖𝒓𝒆𝒅 Club lately, because that really kind of smells like that area. Really, they've kept it really simple with the votive, I think they're called. So we've got a glass container. This one's got a little bee on it. Very, very cute. That's quite subtle actually. But 𝑭𝒂𝒂𝒕𝒖𝒓𝒆, oh, inspired by the citrus grove. That's really lovely. 𝑭𝒂𝒂𝒕𝒖𝒓𝒆 ingredients are a lot more natural. I think it might be soy wax potentially. So naturally, because they are more natural, the scent is a little bit more subtle. But I really like that. So if you're going to burn something kind of all day. Really, really nice. They've done a nice job of making citrus not like too astringent, but more kind of soft and subtle as a background scent. How gorgeous. Thank you, 𝑭𝒂𝒂𝒕𝒖𝒓𝒆. What a lovely selection of deliveries. I didn't know what was going to be in any of these boxes, and it's always the way, isn't it, that things are quite similar. It must just be that time of year. Everyone's out in the garden, so all the brands are inspired by that, or have planned to launch their garden inspired collections at this time of year. Now smells amazing in here. I smell absolutely gorgeous. So, oh, look at that. Oh my gosh, that's beautiful. On the background of the postcard that had the writing on it from 𝑭𝒂𝒂𝒕𝒖𝒓𝒆, a picture from her garden. If you've not seen it yet, I was lucky enough to be invited to film a really lovely video in Carol 𝑭𝒂𝒂𝒕𝒖𝒓𝒆's garden this time last year, and it's one of my favourite videos. It's just so beautifully filmed. Her garden is incredible. It's not open to the public aside from on the NGS day, which has been and gone now. So it was a real privilege to get to share the garden with you. So I'll leave that video linked if you haven't seen it yet. It's a really, really beautiful one. Okay, 17 minutes past 8 in the morning. I need to stop procrastinating and get in the gym, so I'm going to wrap this vlog up. I really hope you've enjoyed spending time with us in France with friends. It's been just a really, really lovely trip, and yeah, I hope you enjoyed seeing a few new garden and vegetable related PR deliveries. We love to see it. Let me know down below what your favourite kitchen garden vegetable is if you got to the end, and also let me know, have you ever tried growing it and how did you get on? Okay, my darlings, that's all from me. I'm going to get on the Peloton. Oh, I can't be bothered, but I'm going to. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye!